Lena grew up in a small room above a bakery. Every morning she woke up before sunrise. She helped the baker. She carried bread. She cleaned tables. At night, she counted coins for rent and medicine for her sick mother. Life was hard, but Lena still smiled. "Why do you smile so much?" her mother asked one day. Lena laughed softly. "Because if I stop, I may cry." One rainy evening, everything changed. Lena was walking home with a broken umbrella. A black car stopped near the street. An old woman slipped on the wet road. People looked, but nobody moved. Lena ran to help. "Are you hurt?" she asked. The old woman held Lena's hand. "I am fine now. Thank you, child." A tall man stepped out of the car. He wore a dark coat. His shoes were clean even in the rain. His eyes were sharp but kind. That man was Adrian Cole. Rich, famous, untouchable. He looked at Lena for a long second. "Thank you for helping my mother," he said. Lena nodded. Anyone should do the same. But Adrian smiled in a strange way. Maybe because in his world, not everyone did. A week later, flowers came to the bakery. No name. The next day, a car came. Adrian stepped out. "I want to take you to dinner," he said. Lena almost laughed. "A man like you does not eat with a girl like me." "A man like me is asking," Adrian said. "A girl like you can still say no." So she did. Then he came again, and again, and again. He waited outside the bakery. He brought soup for Lena's mother. He fixed the leaking roof in their room. He listened when Lena spoke, really listened. Slowly, her heart opened. One night, over cheap tea and soft music, Adrian said, "People think money buys everything. It does not buy peace. It does not buy truth. With you, I can breathe." Lena looked at him. "And with you, I feel safe." That was the beginning. 6 months later, they got married. It was small but beautiful. White flowers, warm lights. Lena wore a simple dress. Adrian looked at her like she was the only person in the world. His mother did not smile much that day. Still, Adrian held Lena's hand and whispered, "You are my real home now." Lena believed him. At first, married life felt like a dream. Lena moved into Adrian's huge house. She was scared of breaking things. She walked slowly on shining floors. She spoke softly to the workers. She thanked everyone. Adrian laughed. "You do not need to say thank you for every glass of water." "Yes, I do," Lena said. "Kindness matters." He kissed her forehead. "That is why I married you." For a while, love felt easy. They ate breakfast together. They watched old movies at night. Adrian came home early just to see her smile. Lena started a small reading class for poor children in the city. Adrian even helped pay for books. "You see," Lena told her mother, "love can cross any wall." Her mother smiled, but her eyes stayed worried. "Just protect your heart," she said. Lena should have listened, because little things started to change. Adrian began coming home late, then later, then not at all. His phone was always face down. His smile became shorter. His hugs became cold. When Lena asked, he said, "Work is heavy right now." When she asked again, he kissed her cheek and said, "Do not worry so much." But worry had already entered the house. One night, Lena waited for him with dinner. The candles burned low. The soup turned cold. Midnight came. At 1 a.m., Adrian finally walked in. He smelled like perfume, not hers. Lena stood up. "Where were you?" "In a meeting." "At midnight?" He loosened his tie. "This is how business works." Lena stared at him. "Then why do you smell like another woman?" For 1 second, his face changed. Then he laughed. "A client hugged me. Lena, please, do not make drama for nothing." Nothing. That word cut deep. Still, Lena wanted to trust him, because love makes people weak in quiet ways. A few days later, Adrian's assistant came to the house. Her name was Vanessa. She was beautiful, sharp heels, red lips, cold eyes. Vanessa smiled at Lena, but it did not feel warm. Mr. Cole talks about you a lot. Lena smiled politely. Only good things, I hope? Vanessa looked at Adrian and said, That depends. There was something in the air, something ugly. That night, Lena asked, Why does Vanessa talk to you like that? Adrian looked annoyed. She is just confident. She acts too close. You are being jealous. Lena went quiet. Jealous? Maybe, but also afraid. Then came their 3rd wedding anniversary. Lena cooked Adrian's favorite meal. She wore the blue dress he once loved. She even put roses on the table. He never came. No call, no message. At 11:47 p.m., Adrian's laptop lit up on the desk. Lena was not the type to check his things, but pain can push open locked doors. A message appeared on the screen. Vanessa, last night was perfect. She still believes your lies. Lena stopped breathing. Her hands shook. She clicked the message. There were more. Photos, hotel names, private jokes, and one line that broke her heart in half. Adrian, after the board meeting, I will end it with Lena. She was useful, but this cannot last forever. Useful. Lena sat on the floor. The room turned cold. Her ears rang. Her chest hurt. She pressed both hands over her mouth so the house wouldn't hear her cry. Was their marriage only a game? Was she just a poor girl he dressed in gold? She waited until morning. When Adrian came home, Lena was standing in the living room. Her eyes were red. Her voice was quiet. Tell me the truth. Adrian froze. What truth? Lena turned the laptop toward him. The color left his face. For a moment, silence filled the room. Then Adrian said the worst thing possible. It's not what you think. Lena laughed through tears. There are photos. There are messages. There's a hotel bill. What else should I think? He ran a hand through his hair. Vanessa means nothing. Nothing? Lena cried. You gave her my time, my trust, my husband. That is not nothing. Adrian looked angry now, not sorry. Please stop shouting. That was the moment Lena saw it clearly. He was not hurt because he broke her heart. He was hurt because he got caught. Lena whispered, Did you ever love me? Adrian looked away, and that silence was the answer. Lena packed a small bag and left. No one stopped her. Not Adrian, not his mother, not the workers. Only old Maria, the housekeeper, came quietly to the gate. Maria held Lena's hand and slipped an envelope into it. His father gave this to me before he died, she whispered. He said, Give it to Lena only if my son breaks her heart. Lena stared at the envelope. Why? Maria's eyes filled with sadness. Because some fathers know their sons too well. Lena took the envelope with shaking hands. Inside, there was a letter and a copy of Adrian's father's will. Lena read every line twice, then a 3rd time. Her tears stopped because the truth was even darker than she thought. Adrian did not marry Lena only for love. His father had made one rule before giving him the family company. He must marry and build a faithful home. If Adrian betrayed his wife, and if the wife could prove it, half of his control in the company would go to her. There was more. His father had written a note by hand. To the woman my son hurts. If you are reading this, I failed to raise a good man, but I will not let his cruelty destroy your life. Fight back. You have the right. Lena sat in her mother's small room and stared at the paper. Her mother asked, What will you do now? Lena looked up slowly. The sadness in her face was still there, but now something else stood beside it. Fire. I cried enough, she said. Now he will cry. From that day, Lena changed, not into a cruel person, into a strong one. She met a lawyer, quietly. She printed every message, every photo, every hotel booking, every transfer Adrian made through secret accounts. Because yes, there was more. Adrian had used Lena's reading class to make himself look kind in public. He gave small money to it, then moved bigger money into fake projects with Vanessa's help. He was cheating in love and in business. Lena said nothing online, nothing to the press, nothing to Adrian. Why? Because silence can be a weapon too. Then Adrian called, again and again. At first, Lena did not answer. Then one night, she picked up. "Lena," he said, sounding tired, "let us talk." She stayed calm. "Now you want to talk?" "I made a mistake." "Mistake?" Lena said. "A mistake is forgetting keys. You built a second life." He sighed. "Vanessa is over." Lena almost smiled. "Did she leave or did your board find out?" Adrian went silent. "Interesting. So that was the real fear." "The board meeting is this Friday," Adrian said. "Please do not create a scandal." There it was. Not "please forgive me," not "I miss you," only "protect my name." Lena answered, "I will see you on Friday." Then she ended the call. Friday came. The grand hall was full. Business partners, reporters, elegant clothes, fake smiles. Adrian stood on stage, ready to speak. Vanessa stood near him, pale and nervous. Lena walked in wearing a simple white suit. No diamonds, no fear. People turned to look. Whispers moved through the room like wind. Adrian's face went hard. "Why are you here?" Lena smiled slightly. "You invited me into your life, remember?" He stepped closer and lowered his voice. "This is not the place." "Oh, I think it is the perfect place." Then her lawyer walked to the front. The room grew quiet. "What is this?" Adrian snapped. The lawyer raised a folder. Evidence. Vanessa took one step back. Lena looked at her. "Do not worry. Truth walks fast." The lawyer spoke clearly. He presented the messages, the hotel records, the money trail, the false reports, the affair. Gasps filled the hall. Someone from the board stood up. "Is this real?" Lena gave them copies. Adrian shouted, "This is private. This is a family matter." Lena's eyes flashed. "No," she said. "You used me in your home and in your company. You made it public the day you lied to everyone." Then came the final blow. The lawyer opened Adrian's father's will. He read the special rule aloud. By the end of the reading, the room was in shock. Adrian looked like the ground had disappeared under his feet. His mother stood up, white with anger. "This cannot happen." But it could, and it did. One board member looked at Adrian with disgust. "Your father knew." Another said, "We are removing you from control until full review." Vanessa tried to slip away, but reporters were already moving towards her. Adrian turned to Lena. His voice broke for the first time. "Please, do not do this." Lena stepped closer. For months, she had imagined this moment. Would she scream? Would she cry? No. Her calm voice hurt more. "You did this," she said. "I only brought the truth." He whispered, "I loved you." Lena looked straight into his eyes. "If that was love, I prefer to walk alone." Then she turned and left the hall. But the story did not end there. 3 months later, Lena used her new power in the company to create something different. Not bigger parties, not more fake smiles. She opened reading centers for poor girls and single mothers. Real ones, warm ones, honest ones. She kept Maria as head manager of the first center. She moved her mother into a bright apartment with sunlight in every room. And Adrian? He lost his position. He lost Vanessa, too. The moment the money disappeared, she disappeared with it. People stopped praising him. They started talking about him. One evening, Adrian came to Lena's center. Children were laughing inside. Books were everywhere. Lena was reading a story to a little girl. She saw him through the glass. For a second, old pain touched her heart, but only for a second. She walked outside. Adrian looked thinner, smaller somehow. "I wanted to say I'm sorry," he said. Lena nodded once. "Good." He blinked. "That's all?" She smiled faintly. Sorry doesn't rebuild a broken house. He swallowed hard. "Do you hate me?" Lena looked back at the children inside. Then she answered, "No, hate is heavy. I don't carry you anymore." Adrian's eyes filled with regret. Maybe real regret this time. Too late. He asked softly, "Were you ever happy with me?" Lena thought about the bakery, the rain, the flowers, the lies, the tears, the fire that followed. "Yes," she said, "and that's why your betrayal hurts so much." Then she opened the door to go back inside. Adrian whispered, "Lena." She paused. He asked, "How did you become this strong?" Lena looked at him one last time. "You broke my heart," she said, "but you also woke my power." Then she closed the door. And on the other side of that door, Lena chose a new life. Not the life of a poor girl saved by a rich man, not the life of a wife waiting for lies, but the life of a woman who lost love, found truth, and never bowed again. So tell me, if the person you trusted most betrayed you, would you cry forever? Or would you rise like Lena did? Because sometimes the end of love is the beginning of power.